Today on Charlie's Quarantine Movie Review is Poots Fest 2020. Woo! Yeah! I was like, okay, great, I'm a dork. First up in the Imogen Poots Fest is Frank and Lola. This is a 2016 movie starring Michael Shannon, my second one of him, and Justin Long, my third one of him. He's not really in it that much. And then obviously Imogen Poots, who's at number 9 now. But yeah, so the premise of this one is basically Michael Shannon and Imogen Poots there are in a relationship, and it's kind of about just the drama of their relationship. And yes, there is a 25-year age difference that they do address in the movie. Because it's really, well, IMDb described this movie as a psychosexual noir love story. And like, I guess it's a noir, sure. Definitely is a love story. It's more about like abusive relationships and past trauma and how to deal with that stuff, and also obsession and like what you go to, the lengths you go to protect your loved ones and stuff. It also deals with rape and rape allegations, and then it also has to deal with like open relationships a little bit. So yeah, it was interesting. I definitely enjoyed it. For a lot of the movie, it was in the light category. Then just kind of like really watching Michael Shannon and just like the fierceness of his eyes and just like how they can like cut through anyone's soul, and especially when he like scowls, it's just like, hot damn, he's got so much talent. I definitely want to watch more Michael and stuff because he is fierce. And then also Justin Long, he's not in a ton of this movie, but like he just perfectly plays the goofy pretentious prick that like you want to hate him, but he's doing like good nice stuff for you, but he's also a giant douchebag, and it's like, I have so many mixed feelings about you. This is really impressive. Good job, Justin Long. Michael Shannon, Justin Long. I got names right. Good job, me. And then obviously of the 3 movies I watched, this is Imogen Poots' best performance. She's also in this one the most. She has smaller roles in the other 2. She's barely in the last one. Anyway, and yeah, she has a really great emotional scene near the end that was just really impressive, because it was like, she was like crying her eyes out, her face was just completely distraught, but then she was like almost speaking normal, and it's like, yeah, I get that, and that's also so impressive. So hard to do, but yeah, that was great. Yeah, so yeah, this is a good one. I don't necessarily recommend it. It also doesn't have a good, I don't think it's a good portrayal of French people. They kind of make them like sex addict stuff, and it's a little weird. But yeah, I enjoyed it quite a bit. Yeah. Next up in the Imogen Poots Fest is Sweet Virginia. This is a 2017 movie starring John Barenthal. He's so great. I need to watch more of his stuff. And then it's my third Christopher Abbott movie, and then my third Odessa Young movie. She has a very small part in this, but she still does really solid. Basic premise of this is they're in a small Alaskan town, and then some murders happen, and it's just kind of like the fallout of all the murders and stuff. And it was pretty solid. I definitely put it as like a middle of the road movie. I liked it. Nothing like super jumped out at me about it, but it was solid performances. John Barenthal was basically like a soft version of the Punisher. Like, he still has like his massive presence. Like, you see him shirtless at one point. It's like he's a big man. But then like he gets into like, he's trying to like stop a fight, and he's like, hey, could you guys stop that? Just, can you not do that, please? And then like they push him, and he's like, all right, well, I guess you guys take care. I'll be good. Okay, good talking. And so it's just like, he's such a pushover and stuff. And it's so weird to see the Punisher as a pushover. But he gives a great, really emotional performance near the end. Like one really, really great scene with him and Odessa Young that was quite powerful. The real standout of this one is definitely Abbott. He just plays this really strange character who goes kind of more and more off the hinge as it goes on, and he's very unsettling, and he's great. I definitely want to watch more of his stuff as well. And then Miss Poots, she really, even though she's like central to the plot, she doesn't really do a whole lot in the movie, but she again had a really great emotional scene near the end. That's kind of the only one of note. Otherwise, she's just kind of there, just existing for plot purposes. So yeah, I'd only recommend this movie if like you think the sounds interesting or you like all of those actors. It definitely has some other actors in it too that are notable. I just didn't want to list everyone. So yeah, that's fine. It's good. Nice middle of the road movie. And lastly, in the Imogen Poots Fest is Jane Eyre. This is a 2011 adaptation of the fancy novel starring, I'm going to mess up her name, I'm just going to go for it, Mia Wazowska. And then my second Michael Fassbender movie. I do not know what I was expecting because I did not enjoy any aspect of this movie. Even though it got great reviews, people really like it. Apparently it's one of the better adaptations of Jane Eyre. I did not want to watch this movie. I mean, it's just a bunch of rich white old English people being like, oh, woe is me. I love this person, but I can't love this person. Oh wait, I still love this person. Also, I do know that Jane Eyre doesn't actually get rich until near the end of the movie, but she's still a rich white lady this entire movie. It's whatever. Yeah, no, I can enjoy movies that aren't targeted at me, because this definitely is not targeted at me. Like, I enjoyed Little Women. I enjoyed Pride and Prejudice. I did not enjoy this movie. Though, like, I did like, in the beginning, she went to, like, I don't know if it was a Catholic, but there's like a Christian school. She was like sent off to one. They're really strict and stuff. And there was like a little girl who was like the only one who'd be her friend. And then I was like, oh, is this going to be like a lesbian love story? Because I would be all about that. And then the little girl dies, and I'm like, oh, all right, well, I guess she can go be with Michael Fassbender. It's fine. It's whatever. Just, white people do white people stuff. Yeah, no, I didn't like this movie, if you couldn't tell. I almost forgot to talk about Imogen Poots, because, the whole, I watched 3 Imogen Poots movies. Yeah, no, she's barely in this movie, like maybe 2 minutes at most. She basically plays Michael Fassbender's former love interest, kind of make, like a love triangle thing, and it's worthless. She is really pretty in it, because, she's Imogen Poots. But yeah, no, I shouldn't have watched this one. Mistakes were made. Oh well. Though, if someone wants to send me a copy of Need for Speed, which I'm pretty sure is a terrible movie, but Imogen Poots plays a higher role in that movie, I definitely want to watch it, but I also don't want to spend money on it myself, because I think it's trash. But I'll 100% watch it if someone gives it to me.